Hi, I'm Gisela Kruger-Hoffman, and I'm sitting here today with Gwen Foster, my co-teacher for Hanna1. We're very excited about the new format for Hanna1 and the huge amount of information that is offered in the class. It is all based upon my mother's work, where she simplified the whole process of identifying ill health issues through the 7 physical causes of ill health. The first one is neglect, and that is primarily things like the foods you eat, the amount of sleep you get, the type of water that you drink. And then the next one that is very important is also the congestion of the organs. If we don't take care of them, of our body, our organs start getting congested, primarily due to the buildup of the many toxins that are in our air, in our water, in our food these days. So it is usually a good idea to look at some of the heavy metals that may be causing the diseases. So then we go over the parasites that are attracted by the heavy metals and the chemicals that are in the body. And after that, we'll talk about the infections and what you can do about all of them, about the toxins, about the parasites, about the infections that are causing diseases. Hanna never really liked the idea of labeling us as having diseases. She said you have conditions which cause diseases. And what this course does is help you identify what these causes are. Gwen?
So I took the course, not the current model, but basically took the Hanna beginner course, which would be similar to Hanna1 now. And what you learn is, I think, is not the disease name or the disease state, but the underlying cause of the disease, and then how or what the best solution is or the best remedy is. And I think that that's a huge thing to understand, because once you can identify the underlying cause of the condition or the disease or the symptom, then you can work with it. And for everything that Hanna had a cause, she had a solution. So it's not like theory where you're talking about there's this thing and you have no way to address it, or you have a name given to a problem, but you actually have the tools to address the problem, and that's what you learn. So it's a very complete as far as your pathogens, your toxins, like Gisela said, the neglect items. And I think that once you look at pretty much every health condition, there's an underlying cause that is a pathogen or a toxin or something that's in the body that shouldn't be there. And that's really what you're going to learn in Hanna1 is the basics, and especially the basics of the physical cause. So I've met very many practitioners here that wanted to learn more, or maybe they were just doing like just energy work and they want to add more information about herbs, nutrition, homeopathy. It might be that you want to learn more solution-based and a better understanding of the underlying causes. I think people tend to work on a specific problem and, you know, just like one group, but obviously not everybody fits into that group. So I really think for really anybody, it's to broaden their knowledge and have a, you know, kind of a turnkey system of solutions.
Yes, I think the course is the starting point to changing your life and your family by finding things that will heal them. It has helped hundreds of thousands of people because they tell me that they finally get to something that identifies what could be going on, whether it is a issue with childhood trauma, whether it is a vaccination issue, whatever it is, whether it is a worm in the liver, who knows, but it always starts with something that Hanna identified, and it is a great way to search through her book, her textbook for the course, to find what the answers are.
I also think that it's a good foundation for the rest of the work. The Hanna2, Hanna3, and Access Hanna classes. So Hanna1's the foundation of the physical causes, but it's also the first step into all the classes. I also think that with Hanna1, if you've taken it before, for me, I took it 10 years ago, and I actually have used it every single day. And whether it's with family or someone calls me on the phone or I'm working with my clients, I'm a full-time practitioner. So there's not a day that I don't use the information from Hanna1. I have the Help One Another book in like literally every location, sometimes even in my bathroom. So it's like in the office, it's in the waiting area, it's in the product room, it's in my bedroom. And so I think that it's the foundation to everything else. And I also think that if you are a practitioner, it would also become your foundation, and you use it for literally every single case. I can't think of a single person that that's come to me for help that I haven't looked in the book. And I've looked in the book so much that I know most of it by heart, even what page number kidneys or candida or whatever's on. And I think that even if you took the class, 10 or 20 years ago, and if you haven't been using it every day, I think it'd be a good time to come back and take the class again, just to remind you. And each time I've taken the class, I've sat through the class now about 5 times. Every single time I learned something new. I learned something new from the other participants. I learned something new that Gisela's learned, or Rebecca's learned, or someone's learned. And I think that that's the best part, is that you never really should stop learning.
So we hope that you come to Hanna1.